Reese Wright with Adore Her Beauty, back with another video. We are kicking this session off with a male beard wax session. Going to be using Ahbolish wax brand Abrogate wax, and I am going to be explaining this video as we go throughout it, just reiterating on some techniques, reiterating on some applications. If this is your first time, welcome. Be sure to click that subscribe button so that you can learn more about waxing, beauty, skincare, all of that. So if you are tuned in already, you see that I am adding one to the 2 TWO layers of wax. Why am I going to be doing that, or why am I doing that rather? It is to fortify the wax. You will see when we get to the other side how the wax can behave when you're waxing hair that is extremely dense, strong, coarse, resistant, super deeply embedded. So you need layers of wax. Now, did it get this much? No, it did not. For a few reasons. One, I cleansed the skin very good, but hair this thick, hair with this many layers can still hold sebum and sweat. And so also the hair is laying down so uniformly that the wax could not get down into those layers, which is why you see me doing the second technique called a reverse lay technique. This is where I am intentionally laying the wax in the opposite direction of the hair growth, and then I come back with a second layer, and with pressure I'm pushing the hairs back down in their normal growth pattern. So that means I have wax underneath the hairs and I have wax on top of the hairs. It is pretty much shrink wrapping the hair. So now when I remove it, it was able to get more hair. I had a little tussle right there, but it was able to get more hair. You can see there's more patch of skin that's revealed now because the hair has been removed. And his hair, if you look at the strip, is pretty thin, but it's still male hormonal infused hair. So here I am going to do partial sideburn, partial lower chin area. And I get asked often, why do I go so long with the strips? It's because the male anatomy, especially with this particular male, his jawline is very, very sharp. Very sharp. So if I were to stop the wax at the jawline, it wouldn't give me any grip, any lift to pull that wax strip. So I will go past the line, which is where you see me applying it from the neck, and then I will go past the jawline in the opposite direction. Here you see I'm doing a reverse lay technique, and then it gives me wiggle room to be able to have a good firm grip on the wax. Now, if you're new here, welcome again. This may be unorthodox to you, especially if you tune into other waxes. Everybody has their methods. I never thought I would have to say this, but I'm just going to drop that disclaimer. Yes, we all learn the basic rules of waxing. Lay with the grain, remove against the grain. But no two waxers wax the same, okay? There's a general rule, but no two waxers wax the same. I wax this way because I found that these methods help me get the best results and the most efficiency of time and less discomfort for my clients. I learned these techniques, and I can't believe I'm deviating from the video just a little bit, but I learned these techniques from waxing women with hirsutism. Now you can see the results right here. You see how it's like one section is totally clean? So the women that I wax with hirsutism, they have this type of hair. I have literally and actively waxed women with this same type of hair, male-like hair in women. Okay, I know we're waxing a guy. I know the focus should be the beard waxing, but some women, they definitely do have this type of hair. So these techniques I developed, and I don't even think I'm the original creator. I'm sure somebody else has thought of this, but I just kind of gave them names. So when I'm doing my videos, we can know what we're talking about. So it's kind of like a code for me and my followers, of me and those who watch long term. But anyway, that double lay technique, it really does fortify the wax strip. And here I'm checking, I'm making sure the wax is nice and set. Because, we get a lot of comments that saying, oh, the wax isn't set. It isn't set. The wax is set. It's just this hair is so hormonally infused. It is pumped up on testosterone, pumped up on androgen, and plus it's so deeply embedded. And I'm just showing progress to show how we're clearing sections. Now for this particular section, I'm not sure what happened to the video where I was applying, but you can see I was testing to make sure that the wax was set. This wax is set, yet even if it's set, even when it's set rather, it still has a little pliability. And again, those hairs are super embedded there. They have blood vessels wrapped around them. They are deep into the skin. And this is what happens if I don't really go in with a double layer reverse lay. It will stretch even the most best wax. Now, a lot of the wax videos I'm seeing, they are not even waxing this type of hair. Yes, PCOS hair, I'm starting to see in my experience, comes in layers, like levels rather. Like you have some women, just because it's not supposed to be there, we call it PCOS. But some women's bodies are just really more imbalanced than another. So while she has facial hair that shouldn't be there, it may not be as hormonally strong as another lady. So that all just comes down to their health levels, their hormone levels, their habits, eating habits, their weight. All of those things play a role in why one person's hirsutism or slash PCOS may not be as the same as the other. So if you're watching someone getting PCOS waxing done, and it's like, okay, their hair isn't supposed to be there, so they did a good job in removing it, but it's not as strong as something like I'm waxing women, and I'm not saying this for no bragging, but I wax women who have hair like this. And over the course of time, I've gotten it to be at the level of a lady who has just a little light hormonal imbalance and just have some annoying facial hair. Yeah, just go watch some of the old videos. They are on my TikTok channel. They are on my YouTube channel. They are everywhere. So while I'm ranting, now if you guys want me to go back and just really focus on this video with another voiceover, I most definitely can do that. Just drop it in the comments like, Reese, we need a redo. We want to focus on this beard wax. But I don't often wax a lot of men. The men that you do see, they are either husbands, boyfriends, fiancés, or some relative of the female clients that I have. But this particular client, he did find me on his own, and he's a very sweet, very sweet individual. And I always have a blast working with him. Now keep in mind, the very first time we worked together, it took me 2 whole hours to get him super clean. 2 hours. Now we done in 25-30 minutes. 25-30 minutes, he's out the door. And so again, keep in mind that hair grows in layers. So when you think like, oh, it didn't get all the hair, it grows in layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Think about one layer with another layer stacked on top of that, and another layer stacked on top of that. And it all just lays so uniformly to where it looks like it's not that much, but it's a lot of hair. And just like no child is left behind when it comes to education, I know this may probably sound real corny, but no hair is left behind when you come to Reese at Adore Her Beauty. The results gonna speak for themselves. So stay tuned definitely to the end of this video so you can see those results. So we are down to like the last 1-2 patches of hair. And I wax normally with this client. I do it in sections. I'm not going to do these itty bitty little small patches because again, like I said, time efficiency. Of course, the job isn't rushed, but we work in sections. And here we are getting the very last section, the tip of the chin. Now, I will say also, the tip of the chin for the male and for those who have hirsutism. The tip of the chin in the very middle, and on the left side of the tip of the chin, and on the right side of the tip of the chin. I cannot give you a scientific explanation of why it is, but the hair is the most stubborn at the tip of the chin. it holds on for dear life. Dear life. So I am doing um double layer here. I have a lot of product because I am saturating the hair with this wax. I am also like, I'm studying so hard, my locks have gotten in the screen. That's how serious I am when it comes to this. And so here we go, removing again. Remember, I said that the tip of the chin, boy, it puts up a fight. But we got it, and look at that. It's a little bit hair left behind, but this is what's on the strip. And I hope you were studying the hair strips to know that we were pulling hairs from the root. The root. Look at all the pinpoint bleeding. That is not damage to the skin. That is pinpoint bleeding, which means the hair was fully removed from the follicle and controlled damage was caused, meaning we want the damage. Meaning when the hair was fully removed from the follicle, a blood vessel or a capillary was broken and released that blood, and that will cause the hair to grow less and less and less and less. If you're not seeing less when you go to your waxer, something's amiss. Not judging, I'm just saying. So we got him down to clean. Do you see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Clean. And I do my Brazilians the same way. I'm literally putting myself out of business. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Begin to like and share.